If you suffer from pimples, acne, eczema, rosacea, or any other skin-related issues, then keep on watching and let's repair your skin together. In this video, I'm going to talk about how you can improve your skin through your diet and gut microbiome. There are 2 specific strategies that I'll go over and 2 golden tips that you can utilize and start implementing today. So stay tuned and let's kickstart your journey to better skin. Now, before we jump in, I just want to go over what I mean when I talk about the gut microbiome. The gut microbiome is everything from your mouth to your colon and everything in between. So viruses, fungi, intestines, bacteria, etc. Now, let's get into it. Our skin is our largest organ, which is constantly rejuvenating itself, regulating water retention, temperature, and more. It's important to repair the gut when addressing skin issues because there's a direct connection between the skin and the gut, and this connection is referred to as the skin-gut axis. Basically, a link between the skin and the gut that's guided by our microbiome. Studies show that certain strains of good bacteria found on our skin are associated with acne reduction, skin hydration, elasticity, and promoting our skin's overall health. And the presence of bad bacteria promotes poor skin health. I believe in using food as medicine for cellular repair. So the first thing you want to do to personalize your skin gut health repair is to remove any irritants that cause inflammation. You can do this in 2 ways. Now, one of the things you can do is to complete an elimination diet. Basically, remove a bunch of foods from your diet, then slowly reintroduce those foods to determine which ones you have sensitivities to. I put a link in the description box below for more information on that. Another thing that you can do, which is what I did, is take a food sensitivity test. Basically, it's a blood test, and it determines what foods you're sensitive to. I took the IGg Elisa 96 food panel test, and I actually got the kit from my chiropractor. It was $10. I took it to a local clinic. They drew my blood and they shipped it out. And then I contacted the company and I paid, I think it was $95 for it. And they gave me this, which basically, I'll show you, gives you a list of different food categories that are popular. So this one has meat and poultry, fish and shellfish, dairy and egg, beverages, so like coffee, honey, brewers, yeast, different things like that, vegetables, fruits, grains, starches, legumes, nuts, seeds, oils, herbs, spices, and flavorings. So it's kind of a little bit of everything, and it's the more popular stuff that people consume. But there are a lot of different tests that you can take, and I put a couple links in the description box below so you can kind of see what options are out there and what you could purchase. Now, the goal of the elimination diet and the food sensitivity test are to be aware of the things that negatively impact your GI tract and your microbiome. And by being aware of these triggers, you can remove them from your diet, therefore reducing inflammation and skin irritation. Think of your gut as a garden with trillions of different species populating it. It's important to feed our good bacteria and fuel that inner garden, and remove the weeds and overgrowth so we can maintain balance. When our skin goes to rejuvenate itself, it pulls nutrients and resources from our body. So if we have a reserve of bad resources from foods and things that don't promote good cell turnover or growth, then we're giving our skin and our bodies poor resources to do their jobs. It's like spraying your plants with fresh, clean water so you can help them flourish versus saturating them in soda so you'll obviously harm them. The most common trigger foods include gluten, dairy, corn, soy, eggs, and sugar. But there are many other foods and things that might be specific to you that irritate your gut or microbiome. For example, gluten, dairy, onions, yeast, black pepper, among a lot of other things, are on my list of triggers, so those are foods that I avoid. Some foods that cause inflammation in general are refined carbohydrates, processed foods, fried foods, sugar or sugary foods, bad fats, red and processed meats, fried and unhealthy oils, and alcohol. Those foods promote the growth of harmful bacteria and give them a suitable environment to thrive, which results in skin irritation and inflammation. In short, avoid these kinds of foods and consume these kinds of foods. Just a quick note, consuming foods with vitamin E will help reduce inflammation in the body. So those include foods like almonds, sunflower seeds, avocados, spinach, pumpkin, butternut squash, kiwi, broccoli, and olive oil. But make sure to consume your veggies fresh and raw, or if you want to cook them, boil them, roast them, or steam them. Don't overdo it because you don't want to take out all the nutrients, and definitely don't fry them because then they become a carcinogen, and then that leads to poor skin as well. We don't want that. Of course, if you're allergic or sensitive to the foods that I recommend or others recommend for good skin or gut health, definitely avoid those foods. Figure out what works for you. And remember, this is a personal journey. Your body and your circumstances are unique. Okay, don't worry, I didn't forget. Let's dive on in and talk about my two top tips: digestive enzymes and probiotics. Now, there are a lot on the market and a lot of different brands, but these are the ones that I've been using for years with great success. I get them at Whole Foods or the Vitamin Shop, but I'm sure you can get them on Amazon or a bunch of different other places. Now, if there's anything that I talked about and you would like some more information on, definitely leave me a comment. I'd love to dive a little bit deeper if that's something you're interested in. I hope that you learned something new and that this information was helpful to you. And remember, when you go to eat something, ask yourself, is this going to flourish my inner garden or is it going to harm it? Until next time, stay safe and well.